You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Young and the Restless fans, we have got Cane Ashby and Phyllis Summers, both determined to get what they want no matter what lengths they have to go to. And soon they may realize they need to team up to do it. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about how Cane and Phyllis might work together and wreak havoc on Genoa City. And hey, if you're not following us, please hit subscribe. So, as suspected even before the big reveal, getting Chancellor away from Victor and Nikki was one of Cane's main objectives. He tried playing nice with Victor. He even offered him all of his assets in exchange for Chancellor, and apparently that's a great deal. Nick said it was. But, you know, Victor's not going to do it, even though Cane will be giving up far more than Chancellor's worth. But, you know, very clearly, Chancellor is important to Cane, likely because of Jill Abbott and Kay Chancellor. And, of course, Victor shut Cane down. And then Amanda was talking to him about his disappointment that Victor didn't say yes. But at the same time, he was also fully expecting it to go that way. So, you know, I feel like Cane, like Victor, is a fan of chess, and he's probably several moves ahead. Cane probably has a bunch of irons in the fire and at least one contingency plan that we already know about, maybe more. So while he's got Victor, Jack, and the others in France, Cane has somebody working for him back in GC buying up key commercial real estate properties. And it's pretty wild because it's Holden Novak, the supposed best friend of Damian Kane. Now, I wonder if, you know, Cane's got this side deal going with Holden and has for a while, or maybe Cane reached out at the same time he fired Damian and made Holden an offer, or he had Amanda set it up so that Holden wasn't really fired alongside Damian and he's been lying about it, you know, and basically Cane just bought Holden's loyalties. I'm sure it was probably bothering Cane how close Damian got to Lily, and that's probably why he got the axe. So right now, back in town, Adam Newman's in a panic. He realized the new mogul in town is snapping up properties around the Abbott and Newman's businesses, which is a clear sign that Cane may be targeting not just Victor, but maybe also Jack. Or Cane could be buying up properties close to Newman and Jabot to throw Victor off his scent. And then we've got Phyllis on a mission to convince Cane to let her run Chancellor once he gets it back. But he told Phyllis this week his plans for Chancellor won't work out the way she sees. However, I suspect Phyllis might actually be able to change Cane's mind, or maybe he comes up with a different plan and he figures out he can leverage Phyllis to get what he wants more effectively. So one thing Cane really wants, aside from Chancellor, is to win his ex-wife Lily back. She's 100% against that. Lily does not want Cane back. She thinks Cane is turning out just like his criminal father, Colin Atkinson. And let's be honest, after 6 years, Lily is well and truly over Ethan Cane Ashby and wants nothing to do with the man. Plus, Lily is getting closer and closer to Damian, and they get even closer very soon. So once Cane finally sees that he's got no shot with Lily, at least not anytime soon, he may actually warm up to Phyllis. You know, when she pitched her big Chancellor idea, Cane promised to sleep on it. So he's keeping Phyllis on the line, and he may wind up using her personally and professionally. So official Young and the Restless spoilers straight from showrunner Josh Griffiths say very soon Phyllis gets personal and professional victories. He said she will finally be on top in business and in love. So Cane may be the one that finally gives her the business win she's wanted for a while, and he also hops in and warms Phyllis's sheets too. So, you know, Cane and Phyllis are both single. They are not getting with the person they want to reunite with. In his case, it's Lily. In her case, it's Nick. So, no, they're not going to be each other's first choice romantically. So it could start out as just business, then turns into a hookup, and then maybe later Phyllis and Cane catch feelings for each other along the way. Cane is absolutely determined to get Chancellor from Victor no matter what. And Phyllis would love nothing more than to destroy Victor. You know, she still hates him for the awful things he's done in the past, all with good reason. Plus, Billy hired Phyllis at Chancellor, and then almost immediately, I think less than a week, Jill made him fire her, and that really annoyed Phyllis. And then Billy replaced Phyllis with Sally at Abbott.com. So you know Phyllis would love to rub it in Billy's face that she and Cane took Chancellor back from Victor, and she's got what Billy wants most. Plus, let's be real, Phyllis is an agent of chaos. So no matter who Cane wants to target, I bet Phyllis is going to be down for it. So once everyone's back to Genoa City, we'll see what Cane does with all the real estate he snatched up while everybody was distracted by his big party and the whole Aristotle reveal. And by the time Adam makes it to France and shows up in the rail car to warn Victor, it may be too late. Cane may already have what he needs to force Victor's hand. I'm not sure how buying up local real estate matters for getting Chancellor, but you know, it's Josh Griffith writing it, so we get what we get, even if it's not great. Plus, Cane might have some other ideas on how to sideline Victor and get him out of the way. With this whole murder mystery coming up, we could see Cane frame Victor to cause problems. You know, Phyllis would probably be really happy to help with that after the whole Marco Annicelli incident. And I'm wondering if Chance is going to die because Connor Floyd has left Y&R, ironically, to take Billy Flynn's old job over on Days of Our Lives playing Chad DiMera. And the guys kind of resemble, so it's a cute little swap. But let's face it, Phyllis has had a rough year or two, maybe 3. She faked her death to frame Diane, came out of that looking like an idiot. Her kids were mad, and then Jack married Diane anyway, and they're happy, and Phyllis has no man. She couldn't make things work with Billy personally or at work, and Nick's got his eyes on Sharon. So, you know, the work situation is equally bad for Phyllis. She's been fired, unhired, driven out. I think the last truly big, legit business success that she had was with the Grand Phoenix. So maybe it's time for her to rise from the ashes alongside Cane, and they unleash mayhem on all their mutual enemies in town. I would love to see Phyllis come out of her spiral with big plans and Cane there, and they're working together to make things happen. You know, I will say that the idea of Phyllis and Cane rising to power together is a bit scary. They're both pretty extreme when they feel things are justified. Together, though, I do think Phyllis and Cane could give the Newmans a serious run for their money. Billy may pay along the way as well, and Jack might be collateral damage if Phyllis takes aim at Diane as well. But if Cane thinks hooking up with Phyllis will make Lily jealous, I think he's not going to get what he wants in that arena. She might even wish Cane, you know, good luck with Phyllis because you're going to need it. And as for Cane taking revenge on Victor, that's something that Lily and Billy and Jack and half the town could get behind. So we'll see how many allies Cane has, or if he starts knocking things down one by one and it's not just Victor he's after. But the mustache has pretty low likability in Genoa City these days. So once they start plotting together, Cane may realize he and Phyllis really work at work and at home, and, you know, we could see magic happen. These two could flip Genoa City upside down.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.